Let me full screen myself for a second. I apologize because apparently the sheet was pulled back and I don't understand why. And I also got my hat right here on my chair. So earlier today, I'm going to dive in a little bit of storytelling right now. Going into story mode for a second. Earlier today, I was sitting in the library, talking to two friends of mine. One of them shows up on this channel, one of them doesn't. And so I'm sitting there, sitting on my phone, talking to two friends of mine. One of them watches baseball, who's a Dodger fan, and the other is not a baseball fan, not a sports fan really at all. And it comes across my Twitter feed. I also get a Twitter notification, originally from Heyman, saying the Red Sox have made a trade. Like, oh great, what did they do? Like, oh no, please tell me they did something right. Like, oh, I'm like, oh, there's a trade, yay! And I read it, I'm like, oh, it's not. I was thinking, oh, maybe it's Joe Ryan. Nope, not Joe Ryan. It's, like, yay, maybe it might be Joe Ryan. Nope. Sonny Gray, welcome to the Red Sox. Sonny Gray is now a member of the team. Sonny Gray is now a member of the Red Sox today. Sonny Gray, now a member of the Boston Red Sox, everybody. Yay, dumpster diving. Let's give up a promising young guy like Clark for a 40-year-old. He is 35, technically, CH. 35. Sometimes you gotta look at stuff like that. Now, oh, sorry, 36. 36. Would be 35 this year, but turned 36 earlier this year. Wait, what? Did I see that right? Yes. When we could have picked up Gio's option. Honestly, I don't think Sonny Gray is that great of a pitcher. It doesn't really move the needle. If we are talking that if he is a 4 starter, I could understand this. But from the way this trade is looking, I am hoping it is not a type of trade that involves we're trading for Sonny Gray and that's freaking it. Like that better not be what I'm seeing. Like that would royally make me even more angry. Or a Glooper 2.0. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. You know, when I expect this team to make a gosh darn trade, I should expect, like, I'm hoping, we make a trade where it involves, hey, we're signing this guy, a decent pitcher to a good contract. Did we do that today? Hell no. I mean, is Sonny Gray a bad pitcher? No, not by any means necessary, but however, is he a great pitcher? No. He's a mediocre pitcher. Mediocre at best. If we were talking about his 2023 form, I would have traded for him, but not his 2025 form. If this were the only move for a starter, I think we're screwed. If this is the only trade we make for a starting pitching arm, this team should not be taken seriously. Sonny Gray is basically just the replacement version of Lucas Giolito, but slightly worse. This is basically Lucas Giolito, just slightly worse. Slightly. Giolito is a better pitcher. I agree. Giolito is a much better pitcher than Sonny Gray, in my opinion. And I know my opinion doesn't mean much, but I mean, come on. I mean, what are we doing here? We gotta, I don't know about you guys, but we gotta make better trades than this. I mean, if Sonny Gray came in a package with like Nolan Arenado or something like that. Let's say Nolan Arenado was in the trade. And they throw Sonny Gray in there as a freaking salary dump or something. Okay. I don't really, whatever, but all right. This better not be their substitution for saying, we got Joe Ryan at home. This better not be what this is. This better not be what I think it is. I will get to that in a second, Barbara Ann. I will get to that in just a moment. But this, I'm hoping this is just, one of those moves where, oh, we just signed a 4 starter. We basically just signed our number 4 or number 3. Because if we make a move for a guy like Joe Ryan, we'll all forget about we'll forget about this probably. I guarantee probably most of us are gonna forget that we just traded for Sonny Gray by the time by the end of this. So we might not, I don't know. But CH pitching in a comment for us as well. His ERA last year was a little over half a run higher than Geodude. Honestly, yeah, you should have just retained Geodude if you're gonna sign a guy who's statistically worse. But so I'll pull up the passing tweet for anybody who wants to know about the passing, what we gave up. There's a little bit more on it as well, but here's the full trade. We received Sonny Gray and cash. The reason is, you'll see it in a second. Mostly, I'll just say it. It's to cover part of the contract for Sonny Gray. I think it's like $20 million that we get in the trade. And St. Louis receives Brandon Clark and Richard Fitz. Richard Fitz, I'm not. Fitz is iffy. I mean, I had my doubts about him last year because he was not good last year. He barely could pitch 2 innings. Pitches 2 innings, does fine, and then once he hits like the 3rd inning of his start or relief appearance, he falls apart. So initially, for a second, I confused Hunter Dobbins with Richard Fitz. So goodbye, Dickie Fitz. Goodbye. Sorry, that's my one inappropriate joke for the stream. Goodbye, Dickie Fitz. Anyway, Brandon Clark. I barely knew the name. I will admit it. I did not follow the minor league system as much. I do not follow the minor league system as much as some people do in our chat. But I was, like, stats-wise, he's not the greatest. But then again, you also look, oh, he's also, what is it, our number 4? No. Sorry, let me pull up his stats here just a sec. Man, isn't he in his first full season, right? Yeah, Richard Fitz was Richard Hill's son. Well, let me look it up for you guys. Yeah, Brandon Clark was in his first year. Literally his first season. His first season. He was signed to the Florida Complex League. Then he went up to Salem. Then he went up to the Greenville team. And then he went up to Greenville, which is the A league, right? The high A league or something. So he's not even in double A. He's not even in double A right now. He's not a double A. He's not a triple A guy. He's a high A guy. But I believe he's ranked high in the system, if I remember correctly. In 2025, he has I will say it, through his entire minor league career so far, which is 14 games, so a very limited sample size. 14 starts, 38 innings, so under 3 innings per start. 17 hits, gave up 21 runs. 17 of them were earned, so another good job by the defense. 60 strikeouts to 27 walks. An average given up of 128. 128. Doesn't give up home runs. A whip of 1.16. In the Salem team, he made 3 starts, had an ERA of under 1. Under 1, had 9 innings, almost 10 innings, gave up 2 hits, a run, struck out 17 batters to 2 walks, a average of 0.061 and a whip of 0.41. Now in the A+ league, so high A, he wasn't that great. ERA of 5 in 11 starts. 28 innings, gave up 16 runs, 20 runs, 16 earned. Hit 11 batters, so that's a little bit of an alarming stat. 43 strikeouts to 25 walks. An average given up of 150 and a whip of 1.41. So he has a grand total of 14 appearances, no wins, 3 losses, an ERA of 4.03, so just a smidge over 4 so far. 28 innings or 38 innings in his career. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I already mentioned that. So is he a terrible pitcher? By hell, not really. He needs time to develop. At least they didn't trade away Jose Bayo, who had a 2.75 ERA and averaged more than a strikeout an inning. They trade Jose Bayo, I'll be pissed. Exactly. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. But I'm not too... Honestly, this trade for me, this has to work out for me to start liking it. Well, then again, it is with like every other trade because Dustin May trade, we have it. I get. You cannot say I did not give up. Oh, sorry, Jared. I did not see you there. Hey, Thomas, thoughts on the trade? 50-50 on it, Jared. I am 50-50. I think the veteran of him is good for the team. Well, they signed Corey Kluber back in 2023, and look how that turned out, right? Just because you sign a veteran doesn't mean it's going to be impactful for the team. Because look how the Corey Kluber experience worked. Look how that worked out. Does anybody remember how that worked? Oh, yeah, I can. He was cut. Or he retired. I wasn't exactly blown away by this when I saw it a few minutes ago. I saw it about 3 hours ago. I was sitting in the library with 2 friends of mine when this thing broke. So like I said, I'm very 50-50 on this trade as of right now. Just thinking about this. Who knows? We might go after Gore. Part of me, this is the pessimistic part of me. But why does this feel like this is the type of trade where we just make a trade and we're not going to go after a guy like Joe Ryan? We're not going to go after a guy like Mackenzie Gore. We're not going to go after a guy like Framber Valdez. Something like that. We're not going to go after any of these big name guys in the free agent market. We're just going to trade for a guy like Sonny Gray, who also is in a statistical decline, by the way. It's not like we're trading for a guy who has, had one bad season. No, he has statistically gotten worse. He has statistically gotten worse in the past couple seasons in ERA, which is also kind of scary to think about. Also, he's basically also a 1-year deal. We are not trading for a guy who is on a multi-year deal, anything. No, he's on a 1-year deal. This is basically a 1-year contract. 1 year of Sonny Gray, and that's it. 1 year. That's it. That's all we're getting. There's also a mutual option. I believe it was, right, Jeff? Was it a mutual option? I think it was, right? Yeah, it's a mutual option. The Cardinals are sending, I was right, it was $20 million to cover Sonny Gray's salary this year. Gray's contract will pay $35 million. So we're basically paying $15 million for Sonny Gray. That's what we're paying. We're basically paying $15 million. That's it. It's basically, yeah, exactly what Barbara's saying. It's a 1-year deal with a 2027 option and a $10 million buyout. That's basically what we just traded for. We traded for a guy who's going to be 37 at the end of the season. We're basically paying $15 million for this guy. There's going to be a mutual option for next season, and then he's going to be a free agent potentially after next year. Who knows? I'm hoping this could be a type of contract where we just traded a guy with high upside or a guy who's hopefully going to get a 3 or a 4 ERA, give or take, with Sonny Gray. Yay, money saving. Exactly, CH. Yay, money saving. Could this be just to cover while Tanner Houck is out for next season? I honestly did not think about that, Barbara. Could be. I honestly did not think about that. Barbara Ann with a take of the year. It might actually be something I did not even think about heading into the stream. I honestly did not think about Tanner Houck till just now. I mean, yeah, I could see that. I could see that working out. I could honestly see that where we just pay, where this could be a Tanner Houck replacement. But part of me, since I've been a fan of this team for God knows how long, feels like I'm about to have an aneurysm. Part of me just thinks this is a Joe Ryan substitute, which I hope is not the case. I'm honestly hoping it's not the case because you guys, ever since the trade deadline, most of you guys, when we were on that stream, I want Joe Ryan. I've been wanting Joe Ryan since July, and it didn't happen. So I want him this offseason. We haven't gotten him yet. I want another starting pitcher. Are we going to get a Tarek Skubal? Probably not. Are we going to get a guy like Joe Ryan? Hopefully. Are we going to get a guy who's pretty decent? Hopefully. Did I expect Sonny Gray out of nowhere? Hell no. I did not expect that. If they trade Jose Bayo, we riot. Honestly, honestly, it wouldn't have surprised me if he was in this trade. Yeah, Tanner Houck's going to be out for the entire season. Yes, it is very early. But then we also remember the whole Dustin May experience, which I swear to freaking God, if they re-sign Dustin May, I actually might riot. Yes, also a pitcher like Dylan Cease would help. We have the two pitchers that come up, Peyton Tolley and Kennelly early. Dobbins should be back for spring training. Tolley, in his limited experience, has not been good, in my opinion. Tolley needs to also develop another pitch. Tolley needs to develop an off-speed pitch that actually works because his fastball is getting lit up. Kennelly early has looked very good. Dobbins has been looking very good. Fitz is the one that's been pretty eh. So I could understand we could trade away Fitz because he's been very, I had my problems with Fitz last year. I've not seen Brandon Clark much, so I cannot nitpick on Brandon Clark. With Fitz, I can say I'm okay with Fitz going, personally. Not because he also shares my name. Well, doesn't share my name, but when you abbreviate my name. Like Dylan Cease, we can't afford to extend or re-sign Scooble. That's the problem. LMAI would be a good option. I just feel like he's going to be a Yankee or element. Who? Oh, Ime. Sorry. I think I thought you were saying he would be a Yankee or a Giant. Don't know why. Get Michael King. I say hold on to Kennelly early. I'm holding on to Kennelly early. Yeah, Ime would be a good option. I just feel like he's going to be Yankee or Giant. Don't know why. Brian is waiting to mentor Jose. Jose, his baby brother. Said I had a huge issues. Oof. Nice. Sounds like fun. What was I looking up here? Oh, I'll look it up. What was I looking up? Oh, yeah. Give me a second. Wish I could spell correctly. If they're trying to rebuild from within, they might not want to trade away too much for someone else like Ryan or Cease, so they are either of them free agents. Cease is a free agent, Barbara. Cease is a free agent. So is Michael King. Michael King and Dylan Cease are both free agents, which is why I want them both. Steinbrenner was crying to the media about the money the other day. It was pathetic but satisfying. Imagine McDonald's crying over money. Imagine the dollars crying over money, too. Part of the reason I would like to trade for Joe Ryan, Barbara, is because he's in arbitration, I believe. Oops, sorry, Jared, you slip in. He's okay. I saw him play in Greenville. He has a high in Greenville. High high A, his fastball is out of control sometimes for Clark. Oh my God. Yeah, you have no idea how many times I've said that. Yeah, I would. See, you got to let him develop, though, Jared. You got to let him develop. You got to let some of these guys develop. Like a guy like Clark, you got to let him develop a bit. Because right now, he's in his first year. He's in his first year. He literally got drafted last calendar year. Last year, 2024, he got drafted. So you got to let him play a bit. I mean, in the single A club, he looked great. He looked awesome. And then A plus, he's like very not good. So you got to let him build up a little bit. You got to let him practice some more, get some more reps. Opening day 2026 will be pure chaos for us. We will need to be out full force. Corbin and Jack will be streaming too. Corbin has a scary number in his army, and Jack has even more when he does his rare streams. Uh-oh. We're going to have to get Paul out here to help us. We want Alonzo. Need to invite everyone, including our grandmas, to live streak opening day. To live stream opening day, yeah. Yeah, we're going to need our full power. Full power. Let me look up Sonny Gray's stats for you guys. So Sonny Gray, wow, that is a very scary picture of Sonny. That is a very scary picture of Sonny Gray. He is this year he was 14-8 with a 4.28 ERA in 32 starts, so 100 innings, 180 innings pitched, 200 strikeouts, a WHIP of 1.23. See, this is the 2023. This is what I want. This is what I want right here. So the dude has pitched innings. He can pitch innings. I have seen. The dude can pitch some innings. However, since 2020, he has pitched 180 innings twice. He has done that twice since pitching 200 innings in 2015. So 2015, 2016 has been good. And ever since then, it's been not so good ever since. I mean, he's been slowly regressing. He's slowly regressed these past 2 seasons. Slowly but surely. The WHIP has gone up. The average has gone up. The strikeouts have dipped. The strikeouts did dip, although he did have more strikeouts last year. He's had more strikeouts with St. Louis. The walks have went down 1. The hit batters have stayed the same. This is the issue I have right here. This is the issue I have, chat. Do you see that? Oh, man, you guys are chatting up fast. Do you guys see this number 25 right here? Do you see this number 25? That's how many home runs he's given up last year. This 25 means 25 home runs. Yeah, a little bit nervous about that, but we'll see. And Jack is from my age group, so he also knows a good deal of Sox history. I'll be our channel's historian to counter chat. Yeah, now compare those numbers to Gio. Oh God, if he signs with the Giants, I'm actually gonna cry. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Has given up 93 runs in 180 innings. He's given up 185 hits. He did throw a complete game though this year at the age of 35, so it's that's a bit something I like, but a little bit nervous about. I'm a little bit nervous about this trade. I mean, if this works out, it works out good. If this works out, not a lot of us are going to be like, we need Brandon Clark back. Which Brandon Clark would be nice if he could develop. You would wish you would have him in the system. That would be nice, but right now I'm hoping this is not the Gio had a 3.41 ERA and is 5 years younger than Sonny Gray. I don't know what their thinking is with this trade, though, CH. I honestly don't know what the thinking is with this trade. I don't know. It makes it even better because CH, we just traded with Heim Bloom. We basically just traded with Heim Bloom. CH. Watch Heim Bloom fleeced us. That'd be funny. Heim Bloom the fleece. Heim Bloom just fleeced us. It would piss me off even more if Sonny Gray has like a 7 ERA. He turns into Walker Bueller. Turns into Walker Bueller while Brandon Clark has like a .5 ERA. That would piss me off royally. If that like, oh god. Oh god. Think about it. Oh god. Oh man. I don't even want to think about that. Man, why do I always have these negative thoughts about stuff like that? Man, it ruins my thinking. Breslow's brother. Oh, jeez. Heim Bloom would never make this trade. Heim Bloom did, I believe he's the executive now since the current St. Louis executive, I believe, stepped down. Heim Bloom sent $20 million over to us. So I guess we had to beg for money to cover for Sonny Gray's contract, to trade for the contract. That's a little bit funny. So yeah, it would be nice though if this trade came with a club option, but it is a mutual option, so we're not going to get that extra year. So this is basically a 1-year prove it, 1-year rental, 1-year prove it, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call that, I guess. Really about this. Yeah, I should have picked up Gio's option. Agreed. I liked Giolito better than I do Sonny Gray. Like, when I thought they made a trade, I'm like, Sonny Gray? That's it? Like, you're not going to pick up somebody else? I mean, you got to do a little bit more stat diving. Yeah, he's a decent pitcher, but I hope this is not the move of the offseason. I hope that, man, that is just a scary face. I hope it's not the move of the offseason. We're like, oh, we're done. We're done. We're done for the year. We're done for the offseason. We're not going to make up a trade. We're not going to do anything else. But so far, they're 0 for 1 on the trades that I want them to make, or signings they should make. I'd rather throw in a little more and go a whole 9 yards and get Arenado while we're at it, right? We could have gotten Arenado. Now Arenado's offense has declined, but his defense is still gold glove defense over there at third base. Personally, I would want Bregman because his offense slate is better than Arenado, but I cannot beg. Well, I can beg, but we still need a couple bats, a DH, first base, and third base. Third base, I would want Bregman, and while CH mentioned it, Nolan Arenado. First base, you'd want a guy like Pete Alonso if you can get it. Yeah, getting Pete Alonso numbs the pain. Getting Bregman, Alonso, those two would numb this pain. Like, what? Oh, we signed Sonny Gray. I forgot. But I was hoping for a guy like Joe Ryan. Not gonna lie. I was hoping for a Joe Ryan trade, but we got Sonny Gray instead. This feels like right now, I know spring training is not even started. Pitchers and catchers haven't even started. Hell, the team's probably on freaking vacation right now in Cancun. But when I saw this trade go down, part of me was like, oh, we just traded for a guy. This should be good. And then the other half was like, oh God, this is going to be like the trade deadline all over again. We missed out on Joe Ryan and we trade for Dustin May. That type of crap, That's what part of me was thinking when this trade went down. But I don't know. I don't know really what to think about this. I'm a couple hours late to the news being broken. Yeah, exactly. Pete Alonso's got a lot more time. Plus, didn't we sign JD Martinez when he was like 33 or something? How old was JD Martinez when we signed him? Yeah, he's 38 right now. Yeah, we were we signed JD Martinez when he was 30, and look how that turned out for us, right? I mean, even he was hitting great. Well, this should work out. Yes, and JD gave us a couple of really good years. Yeah. So if we sign a guy like Alonso, get a guy like Dylan Cease or Michael King, get a guy like Bregman as well. This team can do something, but who mentioned it earlier? Who mentioned it earlier? It was Jake, right? It was Jake who mentioned it? Yeah, it was Jake. Right, this was yeah, it was Jake, I believe. Honestly, I don't think Sonny Gray is that great of a pitcher. It does not move the needle. This trade really does not move the needle from like, oh, we're going from 89 wins to 95. Like this is not going to be one of those type of trades, in my opinion. Like, is Sonny Gray really going to give us 6 extra wins? Probably not. Is he going to give us 1 extra win? Probably. I mean, what was his WAR last year? 1.4. So yeah, he's probably going to give us 1 extra win. He's going to give us 1 win. But Big Dave Dabrowski was our GM back then. Big Dave would have traded for Nolan Arenado along with Sonny Gray. I mean, you really can't say they salary dumped. I mean, you guess you could, but they added rather than they did subtract, but they also added, I guess. Got a proven big league pitcher, I guess, if you want to say that, which we did. I'm hoping this works out and Sonny Gray becomes like a decent 3, a decent 4. I mean, that's really what you can ask out of Sonny Gray. You're not gonna go out and ask Sonny Gray, hey, can you be the next Tarek Skubal? Can you be the next? Can you be our? Can you be the next Can you be the Skubal of our rotation? Can you be the next Garrett Crochet of our rotation? No. Can you be like? Can you be the? I don't know the. Like, can you be a 3-4 guy? Sure, why not? Like, okay then. That's all we'll take. Like, I will not be upset about a 4 guy. He's mid. He's not bad. He's not good. He's not bad, but he ain't great. Big Dave was fired for defying authority and telling John Henry straight up he was going to extend Mookie Betts at all costs. And Big Dave goes to Philly, and Big Dave has had playoff success. The Cardinals' record was 78-84. So they were a below 500 team. Oh no, that's what the Red Sox had the last 3 years. Oh no, Chaim Bloom is truly in charge. Chaim Bloom is truly in charge of the Cardinals because they went 78-84. The Red Sox favorite number, 78-84. Their favorite record. Why 78-84? God, that was scary. 78, yeah, 78-84. Chaim's favorite record. Yep. 78-84 was the Red Sox the best record they could get for like 3 years in a row. It felt like. Yeah, didn't they go like 78-84 for 2 years in a row? 2022 and 2023. So yeah, you had a better record than the club. Some of the losses could be no run support, which you should get with some of the Red Sox players. With the Red Sox. I mean, you never know. Look at how many of the losses Crochet got because he couldn't get run support. Look at the losses Crochet got and got no run support. Look at Paul Skeens with the run support type of thing. I guess we'll have to see how this works out. But right now, I'm 50-50 on this. Hopefully, I don't want to sound like the fan, like, this is going to make the trade. This team's now going to suck. I hope they stink because of this trade. I hope this trade works out. That's what I said on the trade deadline when Dustin May came over. I hope this trade works. I hope this trade works. I think we all want this trade to work, but I'm hoping we get something a little bit better than Sonny Gray. I hope we get like a Dylan Cease to complement this trade. Yeah, Crochet could have easily had 20 plus wins in this day, and it's unbelievable what the bullpen and offense costing him a handful of wins. Yeah. Like if we get it, I've said it at least 4 times. If we get a Dylan Cease or CH wants Michael King, I would like either one of I would like either one. I would like either one of those two, Sonny Gray or Dylan Cease. Because Dylan Cease is good, but he's just sometimes is just not that good. I saw an underlying metric that Dylan Cease just was an unlucky pitcher. But if we get either one of those two, or a Joe Ryan, or a Framber Valdez, or something like that, this will completely negate this. Like, oh, we just got a number 2 guy. Dylan Cease is gonna or Dylan Cease. Sonny Gray is going to be the number 3 in our rotation. He might even be a number 4. Who the hell knows? But we got to get somebody else as well. Exactly. I agree. Yes, I'm 50-50 about myself with this. It would be awesome if he ends up being better than last year as well as Garrett. If we don't get Pete Alonso, then they better hope Costas is healthy and gives us the 40 home runs that those Yahoos still believe is coming. I mean, I'm hoping that he hits 40, but no, he's going to get traded to the Dodgers and he hits 50. But I think I'm gonna sign off on this one. Yeah, I've been live for almost 40 minutes, just rambling about this trade. I mean, we're probably still gonna talk more about it. I mean, obviously, we're Sox fans. We're gonna be talking about this trade for just a bit. Tibbs will be the 2028 MVP. Oh God. Casas needs to stay healthy. He does need to stay healthy. All right, guys. I will be back live these next couple of days. We can obviously talk more about this trade. I mean, we're probably going to talk a lot about this trade over the next few days. I'll see you guys later. I'll be live again in a little bit. Probably I believe it was 9 o'clock. I'll have to look at it again. I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Hopefully hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving as well. For some of you that might not show back up, yeah, happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys later. I'll be back in a couple hours.